with you. So I'm going to do a 10-minute tip on a Wednesday. And yesterday I had the most amazing speaker within my membership group, the Impact Academy. I had Sam Harradine, and some of you might have met Sam before, some of you might have heard of her before. She's amazing. What she doesn't know about Facebook groups, you could probably fit on a stamp. And she was awesome, and she really inspired us, and she gave us loads and loads and loads of information. But I want to share with you just some of the tips she gave us specifically about re-engaging Facebook groups that maybe have been a little bit inactive. Hey, Nick, good morning. Say hi if you're coming on. Let me see who's on this morning. Abby's about to take off. I hope it's not taking. I hope you're on about a plane and you're going somewhere, Abs. Have a lovely time, safe journey if you are. Good morning. Wow, there's loads of you. You're not busy on a Wednesday, guys. Hey, Katie, good to see you. Hey, Joe, Steph. All right, so I've got some points on here. So I'm going to go through those. But I actually have listened to a lot of other trainers, and they have suggested, morning, Sam, I'm talking about you. Ears burning. So I've actually heard from lots of other trainers about this, but they were not Facebook group specialists. And let me tell you a little bit about Sam. She's actually worked with Facebook. So she is one of about, I think it's 245 people that are power admins for Facebook out of 70 million. She's a pretty big deal. She's incredible. And she really specializes in Facebook groups, and no one does it better. She actually has a free group. I think it's called Join. Type it in here, Sam, and I'll share it with them if you're still on. But joingroupmastery.com, I want to say. I might be right. I might not be. You can find it though. They're called Tribe Geeks. And they have a free group. So when I asked Sam about, what would be your tips to re-engage a Facebook group that's been inactive? Can you do it? I actually didn't think you could do it. I thought you just had to start a new group. Facebook Group Mastery. There we go. You can find it. So it's Facebook Group Mastery. And on Instagram, it's Tribe Geeks. So the reason why I tell you this is because that's what I thought, because that's what I'd heard, but that wasn't from a Facebook group expert. So now I know that you can actually re-engage a group that you maybe haven't been active in. So if you've taken the time and effort and energy, and I've built groups over Facebook, I've probably got more than 200,000 within different groups. It's a lot of people. And some of those groups have gone inactive, and you think, could I reactivate them? I'm going to give you the 5 tips that Sam, or 4 tips, I should say, that Sam gave me to share for re-engaging a group. Now, the first tip is to change the group name. The name is really important. I won't go into that too much. Sam does a presentation. If you want her to speak within a group of yours or to a team or whatever, you can contact her directly, and she'd be more than happy if she can squeeze you in her very busy schedule to do that. But she went through 5 steps of Facebook groups with us. And one of those was talking about how important the name is. If you've got some obscure name like your children's names or whatever, it's kind of got to do what it says on the tin. That's what the name of your group should be. So you can change the group name. Now, when I'm talking about reactivating groups, it still has to be your target audience within there. So it's no point if you've built an audience of people that are interested in weight loss, and then you're going to change the name and try and sell them or talk to them about or give them value on knitting, not the same kind of audience. So it has to be the same audience for it to work. If it's the same audience, like if it's the same kind of thing, then just change the group name, okay? Yes, feel free to share, to connect with Samantha Harradine or Tribe Geeks on Instagram, and you can get in touch with her. She's amazing. You can totally revive a dead group. Look at this. Yay. Okay, I've got 10 minutes, so I need to be quick. So you can change the group name. This is going to notify every single member within that group that the name has changed. So a notification can obviously spur somebody to take a look back in the group again, especially if the new name is still of interest to them. It might spur them on to remove themselves from the group. And again, that is absolutely fine as well. You want people in the group who want to interact, who want to engage. So that's absolutely fine. You're kind of niching down onto the people who are really interested in what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're talking about. By the way, comment shock in the comments if you're shocked that you can revive a group. I really didn't know. I was really shocked when she was like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, huh? Really? I was really shocked. Number 2 is to redo the cover image. Maybe the next day or a couple of days later, redo the cover image. Have this as a strategy. Day 1, do this. Day 2, do this. Not like 1 week, do that, and then a couple of months later, do this. This is about getting really active back in your group again. Then redo the cover image, something bright and striking, and that's gonna, when it comes up in the notification, it's gonna again just notify them, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this group. Okay, so redoing the cover image, again, that sends a notification to everyone in the group, so that's fantastic. Step 3, again, a couple of days later, change the description. Do it at a good time. So Sam said, don't do it in the middle of the night when, you know, everyone's sleeping. Do it at good times for Facebook, when people are most active. If you don't know that, just Google it. One of the most active times on Facebook, it's actually, mine says Wednesday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m., which I'm early today. So I'm not doing very good, am I? However, I'm not in a group, so it's fine. So you can change the description. Let people know exactly what it is that you're doing. And number 4 is to own it. I loved it when she says this. She says, go in there and say, like, I've not been active in here because of X, Y, and Z, or for whatever reason. And go in there and own it and say, like, yeah, it hasn't been active, but this is what I have planned. Go live, do a poll, ask some simple questions in there, get people interacting again, and take them on the journey with you. Take them on the journey of like what, you know, what you're doing, what you're going to help them with, how you're going to help them, and having this as a strategy over a set number of days. And then, of course, the important thing then would be to keep consistent with it, because consistency is key. You can get lots of ideas as well from Sam's free group, which I absolutely love. You can find the insights, as Sam says, there on your in your group settings. You can see when your group is most active, and you can see Sam's on Facebook. You can see Sam's picture there, so that's who you're looking for. She is incredible. So there are some top tips on how to reignite a Facebook group. I hope they have been useful to you. If you find it useful as well, and you've got some other people who have got businesses and they use Facebook or they want to monetize a Facebook, then please feel free just sharing this live, and we can obviously try and help them out as well. So here's a question. I'm still here. I have a question about product-based group. What is your opinion and experience? I do not want to spam my profile. That's why I have a separate group for that, and many of the team have their own too, but people are not that engaged there, and this is obviously why. Do you have some tips for an approach to a product-based business? I've always got tips. So actually, some of the things that Sam said yesterday within our training were really, really helpful, and they made it really clear why groups can kind of fall a little bit flat and a little bit dead and lack of engagement. So there are quite a few things that you can do. So on your personal profile, she was talking about like no selling. So really kind of taking them into a group to do that. So they're kind of raising their hands and wanting to go in and find out more information about the things that you're doing. But you can use your personal profile to give value. So you can give value to your target audience, I guess, your ideal clients, and then you can take them into the group, and it's cool to do whatever you want in there. But the group title, like I've given these tips of, you know, the title being something that's specific to why they're in that group, and you know, what they want to learn more about within that group, that then you can provide, you know, information about your products or your services, or if it's a product-based business, more about your products. Again, if you join that Tribe Geeks, they do give you ideas of posts and things like that to engage people within that group. And I really think that that's an amazing place to be, and some great tips. I bought a couple of course things yesterday, and membership group as well I was interested in. I think I've joined that as well. So yeah, it's a really, really great thing to learn about, you know, how to build those groups. And that's why we get people like this in the Impact Academy too, because it's vital information. If you're building online and you want to monetize Facebook groups, then it's it's amazing information and something that, all kind of entrepreneurs, if you're using Facebook to build your business and you're using Facebook groups or you're interested in doing that, then it's great to find out more information from those who are the best at it. So that being said, I will leave you guys. This is 10 minutes and I'm done. There's a top tip. Feel free to message me and let me know what you took from that, because I think it's awesome information. So there we go. Take care. Go and implement what you've learned. Remember, there's no point just holding the knowledge. You've got to go and implement it and get back to us and let us know the results that you get.